And just like that, we are once again seeing some green in the crypto market. This is all coming off of a nice surprise yesterday. And this is what we had talked about, that this wouldn't last very long, that people should be taking advantage of opportunity. And here we are, great setup for a beautiful week ahead for ADA and the crypto market. And I want to show you guys just a couple things. I do want to talk about what that surprise was as well, because this cleared the way for some positivity again. So if you guys are new or haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button down below. Hit that bell. It's free to do. It'll keep you updated anytime there's new content live here on the channel. So ADA right now is having a green candle day. The market, for the most part, having a green candle day. In fact, yesterday, ADA did finish with that hammer candle like we were talking about, which is in fact a bullish candle. Very exciting sign. What we also did do is close ADA on a green weekly note up, what was it, 0.03%. So ADA did have that green week like we expected. And actually to see a doji candle after a red week is a great sign as well. That shows that we might be in fact flipping around and extending to have a nice big solid week of green ahead. But that's not the only thing really indicating and pointing to this. And I'll get to this more here in just a moment. But we are actually starting to see a little bit of a almost a bullish cross on the daily stochastic RSI. We have the potential to, over the next day or so, breach that, which could mean that ADA has some run in the tank here. All right. Now, before I get too far ahead of myself, we did actually see BTC have a nice solid green day as well. Looks like it's slowly but surely stacking over the course of the weekend. And, the only thing I will say here is I do want to see BTC dominance start to make some of these moves. It's kind of putzing around with its trend line. It's putzing around on the stochastic RSI too. And we're just waiting for, again, that retail confidence to set back into to cause ADA and many of these other assets to go on some runs versus BTC. But really what helped get the party started was this announcement yesterday that Donald Trump agrees to delay 50% tariffs on the EU until July 9th. Now, guys, this is exactly what caused the fear back here. If you guys remember on Friday, everybody was freaking out. We were dumping on dumb news. We saw capitulation. We saw liquidations. And I said, I can't remember which video it was, but I said that it wouldn't last very long. There would either be a trade deal or delays, just as there had been many times before. And here we sit. And some people got sucked in, and now they're stuck chasing. All right. Now, am I saying that we're going to go on, a huge significant surge here? Not necessarily. It might take a little bit of momentum. Again, today is still a holiday, so we're not going to see any institutional money today. If we were going to see institutional money, they'd probably be buying the hell out of it. Even on Friday, where things weren't that great, they were still accumulating. So these are all great signs. This is exactly what we want to see, and now there might be a little bit of catch up being played, but that's a great sign for the week. Now, what I did want to show you guys here as well, and this I think is probably the most significant sign that we noticed, is USDT dominance kind of bounced back up to its trend line. We were talking about that perfect retest there. And what we've seen is USDT dominance over the course of the weekend slowly but surely drifting down. And why this is so important is we are actually now about to get a bearish cross on the stochastic RSI on USDT dominance. Now, why this is important is the last several times we have done this, especially around this overbought range, is it led to significant rallies in the market. Take a look back here. The last time we saw this was May 7th. And then we know what happened. We saw huge amounts of capital re-entering the crypto market. That's what caused altcoins to go on some of these big surges. Had one again here back on April 8th, April 9th. And then you see what happened. We saw USDT dominance drop off. We saw big rallies around the market. Take a look back here. This was the early part of March, right? And obviously we know that we got our pump in March, and then we kind of came back down, but you guys get the point. What this is showing us right now with this bearish cross is that we may in fact be about to see another leg in the market. All right. That being said, don't get too carried away. I mean, you guys can do whatever you want. I still have my long positions open from yesterday. It was a pretty quiet day, so there wasn't a whole lot going on, but there's going to be a lot more good news that just continues to carry the market. And that's what we've been seeing. Actually, the news surrounding the EU tariffs was a little bit of an outlier compared to what we've been seeing as of late. Florida actually proposes a bill to eliminate capital gains tax on Bitcoin, XRP, and stocks. Need to get a residence in Florida, apparently. But you guys get the point. There's a sea of good news taking place. This embrace is really taking major steps forward. And the only ones that are actually losing here are the bears. Slowly but surely, they're getting liquidated. They're putting themselves in bad positions because, historically speaking, this is that time where we take steps forward in the market. what we're seeing now is the cat is officially out of the bag. People are paying attention more than ever. And what that means is that we're very close to some significant times of adoption in the crypto market. And that's truly exciting. So I appreciate you guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know your thoughts below, but have a great day. Catch you guys in the next one. Take care.